so much for doing this interview with me. I got to ask you right off the top, where are you exactly right now? Because it looks, you got the classiest background I've seen so far in all the interviews that I've done so far. I would think you were in Morocco yourself right now.
No, I'm not in Morocco. I wish I was, but I'm in this amazing place called the Windsor Arms. It's a
Oh,
hotel in Toronto,
of course.
and we like to do things classy over here.
Ah, absolutely. And
Just
it is
kidding.
one of the classiest places to go to here in Toronto. We're glad you're here, especially because of the film we're going to be talking about. Congratulations on being part of that. How does it feel? And I've been asking everybody, yes, because it is important. To me, it's historic this year to be able to create a film, to be in a film, to have it done during these tough times with COVID. I don't know how anybody's been able to make these great films, but they do. And of course, it ends up, thank goodness, in the Toronto International Film Festival. How's it be being part of something like that, knowing the circumstances you went through to do it?
Okay, first of all, I want to start about the fact that this is my first time in Canada, and yes, and when I was a kid, I had these two posters of Newfoundland. It was like one on top of the other, and was one Newfoundland in the winter, and the other one was Newfoundland in the summer. And for me, growing up in Morocco, we didn't have snow and we didn't have that much green and water. And for me, it was this like magical land, this place where maybe unicorns lived there. And I always dreamt about coming to this country. And now coming here at TIFF with a movie like The Forgiven and playing the character like the one I'm playing, Hamid, is just a I mean pinch me, am I dreaming? And I've been going between two emotions since the premiere, euphoria and melancholy. I would like be just smiling and laughing all day, and like my zygomatics will be tired and in pain, and I would just go to my room and be by myself and just think about this journey which was 19 years in the making, and I just get very emotional. And yeah, it's a dream come true being in this country, and it's an honor to be part of that cast of that in that movie and in this festival.
And especially with this story too that we're going to talk about.
Mhm.
But just so you know, we do have unicorns here. We just don't let them out during the day. It's at night they come out because that's when the magic
I
really
I
happens.
I I thought that's what I thought. So you have to give me the tip and take me to where they live.
Anytime, anytime. But let's talk about this film because it's actually based on a book, if I'm correct.
Yes, sir.
For
Yeah.
folks who don't know what we're talking about, let's give the name of the film and what this film is about, please.
So The Forgiven is a movie about a car accident. So the character that was played by Ray Fiennes, so the couple played by Ray Fiennes and Jessica Chastain, they kill a kid while drunk driving, and that accident will have repercussions on both the locals and the visitors. But I don't want to say too much because I
No,
don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil the movie for the audience. And there is way more to it. There is a lot more things going on. There is a journey of forgiveness between two men, and yeah, and I can't wait for the audience to see it for itself.
you know, it says a lot, especially because these days, let's talk about if we can use the term rich and poor. If we talk
Yes,
about, um,
and we can
you
even
know,
go further than that. We can go north and south,
there you go.
white and brown.
Exactly, because you know people always talk about there's the middle class. There's no such
Yeah,
thing anymore, and it
no, of
really
course
doesn't
not.
matter what country you go to. It's just that on some countries there's an
Yeah,
extreme on the two. This movie
yes,
really does represent that, and how people who could be considered middle class in one country can go to
yes,
another and put on,
and
I would say, a facade of being the rich.
yeah. But I love this quote by Bob Marley where he was asked how much money he had and how rich he was, and he got so angry and so upset, and he told the journalist, "So for you, being rich is money? Riches are money? Riches are not money. It's just I feel like humanity is kind of we got lost in translation somewhere."
We definitely did, and
Yeah,
you know, I could go through. We could probably have another hour on discussions just on that. But I want to talk about
yeah,
a little bit of your character
yes,
and how your
yes, sir.
character plays along with the story.
So Hamid plays the servant of the couple played by Caleb Landry Jones and Matt Smith. But Hamid is way more than that. Hamid is the moral compass of the piece. Hamid is the link between the two cultures. Hamid is this wise Sufi monk who doesn't judge anyone and sees humanity in everyone and everything, even though he's a very religious man. Um, yeah, and Hamid is also, yeah, like I said, the more compass of the story, and it's through Hamid that we go from the locals to the foreigners, and from the foreigners to the locals, and he basically triggers certain things that push the story forward. So
What
I'm
was?
not playing. Well,
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm
Sorry, I interrupted you.
I'm not playing what usually brown actors play, like your mean terrorist who's gonna kill you. And hopefully things will start changing in Hollywood, and hopefully this movie will be the start of better things and more things.
And that's what I actually wanted to get into. You just kind of continued at what I was going to ask about. What is it like for you? How do I put this? What was the importance of you in taking this part to make sure that you represented the way you did and how it came along, especially not just the heart and soul of this film, not just connecting the two, but again,
Yeah.
for fans who are watching, seeing this essence being portrayed on the screen?
So for me, when I booked this role, I just needed a job. I needed to eat,
Mhm.
basically. But yeah, like I said, it was like I was lucky enough to be able to book this role and be in this movie and play Hamid.
But what parts did you take from yourself? And because all actors, I mean, what makes an actor so incredible is the fact that they're not just reading the lines; they take things from their past to be able to present those emotions. What did you do?
Okay, this is a way to do it.
Mhm.
So the job of an actor, and um, I forgot the name of the actor. He said the job of an actor is not to cry, but to make the audience cry.
Mhm.
I used to be like that. This is my 73rd role. In the beginning of my career, I used to think that being a great actor is to be intense and to have raw and real emotions. And so, but that was kind of selfish because I was making it about me and I was trying to impress. Um, and then I realized that being intense, being present, being fluid, being real, being in the moment, it's not the purpose of an actor. Those are tools that actors use to achieve their purpose on a piece. And the purpose of an actor is just simply tell the story. Is simply to tell the story, and we're all here for that. It's not the purpose of an actor is not, okay, I'm in this scene, I'm gonna cry for real. No, your job is not to cry, is to make the audience cry. And the actor said that was Robert Duvall.
Ah, of course, of course, that would make
Yes.
a lot of sense coming from him.
So now I don't use things from my past. Like for example, I spent the last 2 years with my dying father of cancer, and I was with him last night when he died. I used to bring these moments to get to certain points, but I don't do that anymore. I just let the words be enough. I let the script be enough and the story be enough. And it works. I don't know if because I was going to those places when I first started acting that I made my instrument be easy to handle, and now the words are enough. So I didn't really have to go to dark places or something from my past to be able to play that character. The writing was so beautiful, the character was so powerful, and the cast that was around me was so good that it just made my job that much easy.
You just mentioned two things. Like in my head, I'm like, I want to ask, I don't want to forget. Let me jump over first to the cast and what was that like being with them because incredible actors are part of this. And I'm sorry, but if the Oscars aren't going to be looking at this, then they shouldn't be looking at anything.
Yes. Well, I don't want to go there.
I will for you.
Okay, you do your thing. I don't want to go there, but I'm just gonna speak from my experience with them, and my point of view, Jessica Chastain, our princess, amazing talent. If I can just define her with one word, that word would be generosity. She's one of the most generous actors that I've been with, both male or female, on a set ever. And she is way more beautiful on the inside than she is on the outside. Ray Fiennes, the master. I mean, what else can you say? Just say Ray Fiennes, and that's an adjective in itself. Yeah, the whole cast. I was impressed by Caleb. I was impressed by Chris Abbott. I had a lot of scene with Matt Smith. Mm. Yeah, he was a friend, and he was a support, and in moments of doubts, because I'm an actor from Morocco, and I find myself sitting with these amazing talents. And first I was a fan before I was a colleague, and Matt Smith was an amazing support. And every time I had doubts with scenes or with lines, I would go to him. I was like, "Oh, what did you think about this?" I'm like, "Oh my god, it was great. It was great. I love what you do." I was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" Yeah. It's a dream come true. I mean, I'm here doing interviews, and I saw the movie, and I still can't believe that I'm in it.
And let me just thought of something else too. Let me jump in there. I'll still get back to my other question too. What did you think of when you're watching back at the film and what it's showing on the screen? Is it a true representation of Morocco, do you think?
True representation? No, because there is not one Morocco. If you go to the Morocco in the Atlas, it's not the Morocco in Casablanca. So it's part of it. It's one of the layers of Morocco, but it's not Morocco. Morocco it's this old, rich, beautiful culture. The oldest university in the world is in Morocco, that was built 1,200 years ago by a woman named Fatima. That's Morocco, but it's not just Morocco. Morocco is multicultural. It's Morocco. So we have Tangiers, one of the only two cities who were international in the modern history of humanity, where like writers and artists throughout the 19th century threw the most lavish and decadent parties. That's not Morocco, but it's part of it. So is that a true description of one of the layers of Morocco? Yes, it is. But it's not Morocco.
The other question, though, and you brought this up earlier, which I thought, I loved what you said.
Yes.
When you talk about change and your character, how do you feel that when fans get a chance to watch this, how your character can help, and what you've done with your character can help change, if I can use the term, stereotypes, and hopefully, make things better for the future?
I won't have that pretension, but let's just dream and hope so.
Well, my friend, just sitting here and getting a chance to talk to you, I love the excitement that you have for this. As we're wrapping this up, seriously, how much fun did you have doing this?
Doing it, I took it very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it, I took it very seriously. So what happened is, I arrived to LA in 2013, and I booked this role in 2020. It was a long journey of no's, of auditions, of tears, of rejections. And when I booked it, I realized, so that journey in Hollywood made me realize that being on set was a privilege. Because when I first came to Hollywood, I was a successful working actor in Morocco. So for me, being on set was just another day at the office. But after those 5 years of struggle, it made me realize that it was a privilege. So I took my job very seriously, and I was very committed. And I don't think that I had much fun. It was like I found the Holy Grail after, and I had to make it work, and I had to be committed. And now I'm having fun. I feel like I just gave birth of a baby that I was pregnant with for 5 years.
I can so hear the appreciation, my friend. Look, as we wrap this up, I was just asking you, what do you hope moviegoers will get when they see this film?
Um, just to make their day better, make them have enjoy 2 hours and enjoy the beautiful story of humanity, of friendship, of forgiveness in these crazy times, and just call your family, call your loved ones, and because you might not have time to do it tomorrow.
You speak the truth. Congratulations on this
Thank you,
film.
sir.
I'm hoping everybody comes out and watches it. Before we go, any other projects coming up for you?
Yes, I have a French movie coming out, French Moroccan movie called Zanqa Contact. Zanqa means street. It was in competition in Venice last year, and it's premiering in Paris in November. And by
Fantastic.
the amazing, 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 talented director. His name is Ismail El Iraqi, and he was compared at the opening speech um, by the president of the Mostra of Venice to David Lynch and Tarantino. That's not a small task.
No, not at all. And what you
Yes, sir.
have been able to represent gives hope for a lot of folks who are having those tough times and thinking to themselves, I can't do
Yeah.
it. You are actual proof that you can do it.
Yes, and just keep this in mind. Delays are not denials, and I would thank my friend Tamara for teaching me this quote. And things will take much longer than we think or that we anticipate. So just stick with it, enjoy the journey, and it will happen if you don't give up.
Congratulations on the film. Congratulations on the
Thank you,
success.
sir.
I am so looking forward to talking to you again on your next film, man. You
Yes, sir. Let's
are
do it.
a blast. And look, enjoy the hotel, man, because like I said, it's one of the best in this city. And
Thank you so
if
much.
I can at some point, I'll see if I can send a unicorn over to you.
Yes, please do that.
Take care and thank you again for
Thank
the
you so
interview.
much. You have a good one. Bye. Bye.